Paxton and I were out this morning coyote hunting. We did pretty much 3 sets and didn't see squat. It's been too warm. We pretty much got soaked. So here we go. Sit back, relax, keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times, and enjoy. Someone forgot their seat. This can be a wet sit.
Cold tushy.
All right. A lot of you out there were wanting to know what the heck happened to Paxton.
What's up?
He's my little hunting buddy, and we spent a lot of time in the woods.
Oh yeah.
You're just learning a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You did. Let's start off with last year when you were sitting with, was it Steve or Ted?
Both.
No, when when you missed that buck.
Oh, Steve.
Were you, when he walked in, were you nervous?
Not really. I was more excited than anything.
You missed. You were pretty dejected, I think.
Yeah.
Because that was a good one.
Yeah.
Was he about that size right there? The one on the bottom?
No, he's more like that one.
Okay, so he's probably about 120 inch. That's one heck of a first buck.
Oh yeah.
What was going through your mind? Actually, when we came out the next day and we were tracking it, and we weren't finding any blood, we weren't finding anything. What were you thinking?
I missed.
How were you feeling about that?
Like, that I missed? I'm not gonna say disappointed, because you live to learn, but...
Okay. All right. This year, fast forward to this year, you shot a doe.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, you were kind of, I know you were excited.
Yeah.
That was your first deer. And that's when you and I started hunting together right after that. What were you thinking at that time? I know I asked you one question. What do you want to shoot? Do you remember what your answer was?
I think it was like 6 or an 8.
And I said nothing bigger, and your reply was?
I can't remember.
Your reply was, well, I don't want to go anything bigger because you'd get too nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with you saying that, I actually think you're ready to move on to shoot something bigger. You went out by yourself and you passed on. You passed a few deer. You were telling me this morning you passed on a 6 or 7 point.
6.
And why?
Get bigger next year.
All right. Who got you into hunting?
I kind of just watched some videos on YouTube and was like, I need to do that.
So you asked Steve and Ted to take you out and...
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you sit with them first before becoming the hunter? Or did they just take you out?
Oh, they just took me out.
Put the crossbow in your hand and you were off and running?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What does hunting mean to you?
Well, one, it's just the thrill of it, you know? Because, like, when you see a deer, your heart just...
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, having that feeling of, like, I can help my family, you know? put food on the table,
Well, that's a good one. Sure.
and have a couple of those.
So, do you have a goal in the back of your head about how you want to go by hunting? How do you when you watch these videos, are you just watching the videos for the kills? Are you learning from these videos?
I try to learn as much as I can from them, but I still watch them for the kill.
It's like everybody else.
Yeah.
What is it about hunting that keeps you coming back?
Just the feeling. Like, I can't explain it. You gotta do it to understand it.
So when you're sitting out there, what are you thinking about?
Where you at? Got a couple snacks for you if you just want to mosey on over here.
Yeah, well, that's the Paxton I know right there. If you didn't have your phone with you out there, do you think it'd be a good time to just think about things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What would you think about?
What am I doing after this? God, it's cold.
Oh my God, you kill me. People want to know why we were hunting together all this time, and that's the reason why, because we make each other crack up.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get each other, and I was telling Ted and Steve yesterday that your one-liners are pretty good. Their comebacks are pretty good. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Paxton here wants to be the big buck killer, and I'm curious on what he thinks is the easiest way to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So you got different styles of hunting.
Mm-hmm.
What style do you like best? Hunting one particular area or bouncing around at different spots?
Definitely like bouncing around because change of scenery, better opportunities. I don't know.
So you've hunted with them for a little over a year. You hunted with me for a little while. Tell me what you've learned over the past couple seasons.
Well, I've learned you gotta be patient. I've learned that you gotta be patient and quiet.
Right.
DNR shows up. The beats are for the goats.
So we're in our first spot. Let's see what happens. All right, we're back. And I got Paxton still sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got ants in his pants.
Yeah. Move.
And so you've hunted with Steve and Ted for a season. You hunted with me for a bit this year. And you see the differences in the different styles that we hunt.
Mm-hmm.
What style do you prefer? How do you prefer to hunt? Where do you see how do you see yourself hunting in the future?
I definitely like moving around more. I just feel like if the deer aren't in one spot, they might be in the other spot. And it's always good to bounce around just to see and change the scenery, obviously. It gets boring sitting in the same spot for a long time.
What things have you learned when you started hunting, you didn't know anything. All you did was watch videos.
Mm-hmm.
What have you learned over the last 2 seasons that's actually helped you?
Well, I learned that, food plots are good to sit on, but, it's also good to be, where they bed and stuff. Or, be on their, runs.
Mm-hmm.
You won't always get a deer your first season. I mean, you might, but you're pretty lucky. But, I feel like holding out can, benefit you.
So talk about that 6 point that 6 point you had come by and you passed on it.
It was 2 weeks before end of rifle season. I was sitting in the stand and I saw a 6 point and a couple doe. I passed on the 6 because I just didn't feel like it should have been shot yet. I wanted it to get bigger and come back.
Sure, absolutely. So today I took you coyote hunting this morning, bobcat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm the only one with a bobcat tag, but that is something completely different than deer hunting. It's more of a run and gun. You sit in a spot for half hour, 45 minutes, and up and going. We didn't see anything because the weather was kind of crappy. But what did you think about that? That was your first time out doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of similar to turkey hunting because you're moving around a bunch.
And you like turkey hunting too, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a Steve and Ted thing got you into that? Yeah. Those guys get into that? All right. Tell me anything about what does hunting actually mean to you?
It just gives me something to do, and I just get to think about random things.
So when you think about these random things, do you think it's a good thing that you can sit and clear your mind and talk and just kind of sort this stuff out in your head?
Well, yeah, because I'm not just pushing it back. I can just kind of let it out in my mind.
Yep.
I mean, some things are smart, some things are dumb.
All right. Well, the only reason I wanted to bring you here today and do this because people were wanting to know where you went to. When they seen your videos from back in October, November of us both hunting together, they liked you, and I thought, let's do a little podcast with you. And, let everybody know you're still alive, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still breathing. I think so, anyways.
All right, that'll conclude this one, and hope to see everybody in the woods. See ya.